When Sonic first appeared in Super Smash Bros. Brawl, he was a very popular pick due to the long-time rivalry between Nintendo and Sega. In previous Smash titles, Nintendo had never included third-party characters, so to see Sonic in the game was very shocking considering Sega was Nintendo's greatest rival. With that being said, Sonic wasn't actually that good in Super Smash Bros. Brawl. He's ranked 22nd in the official Super Smash Bros. Brawl tier list and is overall less than average character. With the confirmation of their headshot coming back in Super Smash Bros. 4, Sonic fans' expectations were held high in hopes of the blue blur advancing in the tier list. While at the moment there is no official tier list to prove Sonic's competitive dominance, but as competitors we should all agree that Sonic is definitely a top tier fighter and a force to be reckoned with. This was even further proven in Apex 2015 when 6WX came 4th place. Sonic in Super Smash Bros. 4 is definitely one of the best characters in the game, and in this guide I'm going to tell you exactly why.
The overview.
Well, I can't slow down for stuff like that.
Sonic is one of the most unique characters in Smash Bros. Due to his moveset being completely different than any other character in the series. Sonic is the fastest character in the game, and to use him effectively, you have to learn how to effectively control his speed. Sonic's Spin Dash and Spin Charge are his bread and butter, great for racking up percent and setting up combos. This attack, however, can be very predictable, so make sure you mix up when you use the attack. Sonic has a weird reputation of being a hit and run or campy type of character for whatever reason, but in my opinion, Sonic is a very rush down and read-based character. Sonic's best matchups are actually against campy and slower characters such as Duck Hunt Dog and Villager. With his speed, he can punish just about any move from any character in the game from the complete opposite side of the stage, and no, I'm not kidding you. Sonic's off-stage presence is one of the most deadly in the game. He can back air, front air, or even use his spring to make your recovery difficult. Sonic is the 29th heaviest character tied with Robin and Pac-Man, 7th fastest walker, one of the highest jumpers, and the fastest runner. Sonic is also the 6th most used character in tournament.
Standard attacks.
Got it, Juice Kid!
Sonic's jab is a great tool to rack up damage and put your opponent at a positional disadvantage. The first jab comes out on frame 3, so it's a good option out of shield or after a whipped aerial. If the opponent misses their tech, you can jab lock to forward smash them. His dash attack doesn't really have very much use aside from beating out grabs and getting your opponent off stage. Sonic's forward tilt can be used for edge guarding and can be angled accordingly. His down tilt is used to poke opponents and can actually be a good combo starter. Sonic has very simple yet very effective smash attacks. His side smash does 14 to 19% and can kill at relatively low percents. It also has a bit more range than you'd normally expect. His down smash is good for catching rolls and is your best option after you've trumped your opponent off the ledge. His up smash is a multi-hit smash that sucks his opponent in and can kill at relatively low percents. You can run and use your up smash to cover a lot of your opponent's ledge options.
Grabs.
Wow, sometimes I even impress myself.
Sonic has great grab range, and being the fastest thing alive makes him have the best pivot grab. His back throw is used to edge guard and kill. Depending on your weight class, rage, and even platform position, you can get kills at percents as low as 80. Try using your pivot grab in combination with your back throw. Pretty useful! Sonic's down throw is used for positional advantage, and if read correctly can be followed up with another attack. His forward throw can kill at very high percents when you get really desperate. Sonic's up throw can be sprung into at higher percents and be followed up with either an up air, back air, forward air, or even a neutral air, depending on the opponent's DI. You can even use your up throw to spring to a buffer down air to catch air dodges. On stages with low roofs and high platforms such as Delfino Plaza and Duck Hunt, Sonic's up throw can kill at, yeah.
Special attacks.
I'm a hedgehog.
Sonic's homing attack has no real use besides randomly whipping it out to surprise your opponent or sometimes edge guarding. His spring is used to recover, stay spike, break out of combos, or even keep an up throw combo going. Now it gets interesting. On the surface, Sonic's side B and down B function very similarly, with the only major difference being that the side B gives him a little hop. But when you break down his spin moves, you find there's a surprising amount of difference between each version. Sonic's side B can be shield cancelled before fully charged, yet his down B can't. This is useful in mixing up your spin dash approach and not becoming too predictable. Sonic's down B can be hopped out of at any point, and his side B cannot. Or at least I would have said before the patch. After the patch, Sonic's side B and down B can be hopped out of by pressing the jump button. The spin jump is useful to get out of a whip spin dash you know will get punished. With the down B, you could also just hold B as an alternate to stop it. Yet Sonic with either of his spin moves can follow up by either foot stooling, springing, nairing, or up airing. From the spin dash up air, you can spring and go into another up air to get some early kills. In my opinion, Sonic's side B is the overall better choice considering you can do everything the down B can do, plus shield cancelling. While it's true that you have more options out of your side B than your down B also has a few advantages. Your down B comes in quicker than your side B, not having to worry about that little hop, and his down B also prioritizes jabs. So in the end, it all kind of balances out, but I just prefer the side B. It's just a personal preference, but I prefer the side B. There's a spin dash combo I found that's really awesome. You open up doing a spin dash, and from your spin dash, you quickly footstool your opponent. From a footstool, you go into a spring. If your opponent misses his tech, you can stoop down to an auto-cancel down air. How do you auto-cancel your down air? Well, there really isn't any set formula per se. You just have to be high enough. And with this setup, you're guaranteed to be high enough for an auto-cancel down air. From your down air, quickly run over to your opponent and put him under a jab lock. From your jab lock, you can happily finish him off with the forward smash. I found this a lot easier to do with your side B rather than your down B. This is likely because your down B has less knockback. Nevertheless, it's possible with your down B and your side B. This isn't your only jab lock setup. You can use your forward tilt, down tilt, and probably a whole bunch of other moves to set up for jab locks.
Spin shot.
The spin shot is an advanced technique that allows Sonic to jump through the air while retaining the momentum of his ground speed. The spin shot is used to help Sonic recover and increase the speed of the game. Sonic can spin shot from both his down B and his side B, on both land and air. Both require you inputting the jump or the C stick at a certain point in the charge. To make this process more clear, here are the inputs. One thing I find really useful is that I just roll my finger on the B and A buttons. If you just calmly roll your finger over the B and A button, I find it works almost all the time. If after all of this it still isn't clear, fear not. Kamalaj, hope I said that name right, made a video on the exact same topic. It'll be clickable and linked in the description. In my opinion, the stages that work well and correspond with Sonic's moveset are Duck Hunt, Smashville, Town and City, Delfino Plaza, and Final Destination. I chose Duck Hunt because Sonic can get really early KOs at the top of the tree, Smashville because he can get really early back throw KOs if the platforms are lined up correctly, Town and City for the exact same reason, plus it gives Sonic more room to run around, Delfino Plaza because at some stage transformations the roof is really low, and Final Destination because it's just really spacious and allows Sonic to get all his combos up without any platforms interrupting him. Sonic is undoubtedly one of the most annoying characters to play against because of his punish game and the overall annoying vibe you get when fighting against him. There are many ways you can actually deal with this character. The more you play against the character, the more ways you'll figure out how to beat him as you learn the matchup. What I'm gonna tell you is some things that I found useful in my experience playing against the character. King DDD, Kirby, and Wario can all swallow Sonic in the middle of his spin dash. Swallowing Sonic in the middle of his spin dash is extremely hard to time and predict, so I wouldn't rely on it too much if I were you. Jabs can be used to stop Sonic's spin dash. Just remember, Sonic's down B actually out-prioritizes jabs. Remember, Sonic's side B has a little hop to start it up, and Sonic's down B doesn't. Sonic's down B has a purple aura around it, while Sonic's side B has a yellow aura. We good? Alright. Sonic is known for being a zone breaker, so usually you wouldn't want to use a zone type character to play against Sonic. But in my experience playing against and with and watching people play against and with Sonic, I found that some characters that don't rely too heavily on projectiles can actually zone Sonic if they play their cards right. I'm a Sheik main, so what I do to stop Sonic is that I use my needles. Needles can stop Sonic's spin dashes and overall just slow him down. From what I've seen, Rosalina can be a huge problem for Sonic. DeBuzz, who is the best Rosalina in the world, has taken many sets over 6WX, who is the best Sonic in the world. You could argue and say that 6WX just didn't know the matchup at first, and during Apex he was just being impatient, and I would 100% agree with you, but going strictly off track record, DeBuzz does give 6WX a hard time. When fighting against Sonic, try to avoid getting stage spiked by his spring or back air. If you do see it coming, and unfortunately can't do anything about it, remember, you can tech it. You can hit the spring, but best advice is to just avoid it completely. The best way to avoid Sonic's up throw combos is to just DI away from it and jump. Nowadays, every single Sonic player expects you to air dodge, so your best advice is to just jump. Sonic players like to do a lot of back airs for whatever reason, so make sure you watch out for that. Well, that'll be it for this video. If you liked anything I had to say, learned anything, or just enjoyed the video, make sure you super smash that like button for me. I'm not 100% sure if I'll be doing more character guides, but if you've been on my channel long enough, you'll know that if there's enough demand, I'll supply. It's simple supply and demand. Clearly something Nintendo doesn't understand. Amiibo. Alright, but seriously, this has gone on for too long. I can't wait to post more videos on this channel, but for now, this is the end. Alright, see ya!